What I'm hearing around town is that many local businesses are doing pretty well. So it's not all doom and gloom out there. There are some good things. Our unemployment level is still high. It's above 8%, but it has come down from its very high about a year ago. Now the challenges. We are seeing a loss of our local government funds of approximately $600,000, and that is about 50% of what we normally would receive in local government funds. We also experience a loss of tangible personal property tax of $276,000. That is going away and is not coming back. Loss of the estate tax is going to be $1 million hit to Wooster. That takes place in 2013, and that one is going away, and I doubt will ever come back. So 2-year reduction of about $1.8 million. Unfortunately, that comes on top of a structural deficit. It is costing more to do the city business than the money we're taking in, but we have a savings account, a rainy day fund to cover that. So we're truly not running a deficit, but we're running a structural deficit. 2013, we're going to lose 17% above where we are right now. I mean, our income to run the city of Wooster. We have not funded our capital improvements fund for the last 2 years. We've already cut our workforce by 15% this year. We had a thing called the VSP, a voluntary separation plan, to encourage or entice people to retire. We had 24 people leave by the end of last year, and we have not replaced them. So we have already shrunk our system by 24 people. Those cuts that I told you, the 17% additional, we would have to cut an additional 38 people, or almost 25% more of our workforce, to be able to cure that deficit. What we want to see is Worcester as a population is growing. We as a city are growing. We're doing the right things. We've done it very economically because our income tax rate has not changed in that whole time. In fact, ever since it went into effect in 1969 by City Council then, they put it in at 0.5%. And 6 months later, in 1970, they came back and raised it to 1%, which is the highest level a City Council can institute on its own. Any further increase has to be a voted increase by the public. Stop that slide. New and expanded business growth, to me, that's essential. We've got to do it. Unfortunately, that's not going to solve the problem quickly enough. It would take 1,000 employee business, 1,000 employee, that's the size of Rubbermaid, that's essentially the size of Luke before the economic downturn. 1,000 employee business where you pay an average wage of $50,000. Okay, that's from the CEO down to the guy that sweeps the floor, $50,000 average. I think that's probably a realistic number. Okay, you plop that down in Worcester right today, that would raise $500,000 for the city coffers. It would take approximately 6 of those, starting a business right now or before 2013, to solve our deficit situation. I'd love to say it's going to happen, but it's not going to happen, folks. That's not even on the radar that we could achieve that many, that large of businesses within that time frame. The quickest, the most realistic is to raise our income tax. You saw from the chart up there that we have been very responsible for where we've been since 1970. 0.25% increase would raise $2 million. Still not enough to cure the deficit, but definitely a step in the right direction. a raise of 3/8%, 3.75 or 37.5% increase, would raise $3 million. To me, that holds the most potential. We could eliminate our tax credit. A 50% elimination would raise $400,000. A full elimination of the tax credit, $800,000. We could charge for services, a leaf pickup, street light, shade tree, and road repairs. We already have started instituting that. Leaf pickup and street sweeping can be fee charged to people because it's normal maintenance of our system. Your September utility bill shows a $2 increase because we have raised that. It's going to bring in close to $210,000 to the city coffers to offset what we pay in leaf pickup and street sweeping. So that's the reality. It's something we definitely need to have a community discussion about.